Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. We are talking 4C hair care again today. So it's a wash day, which means it is Shabbat. So I'm listening to a Bible study, as you can see on the screen. I'm just straight out the shower. So I use a microfiber towel to dry my hair, because these are supposed to be gentler on the hair and not create snags and stuff as as it dries your hair, as you pull it off your hair. I was laughing because my hair always looks a bit interesting when it's squashed under the towel, but that's 4C hair shrinkage for you. So as I style and do my hair, I like using this 3-way mirror that I got from Amazon because it helps you see all sides of your hair. I'm just admiring here my greys, just showing you the moisturizer or leave-in conditioner that I'm using on my hair. This is the Strengthen and Restore leave-in conditioner from Shea Moisture. I use this because it seems to moisturize my 4C hair beautifully, and the ingredients are superb as well. I've checked this on the Yuka app and other similar apps, and it scores really well. I'm really here for clean ingredients, toxic free hair products, because you know that I'm all about my hormonal health. So yeah, just showing you also my toolkit. So I always have this to hand when I'm doing my hair. So that pouch has my hair scissors in there, because you and I know that there'll be some tangles that we just need to cut out. I have my hair clips and my rat tail comb as well, in case I need to redo any of my parts, because you also know that I like to reuse my parts. Some people call it recycling parts or like perpetual parts, whatever it is. It's just really about reuse the parts that you have in your hair, so that you can reduce breakage and time that you spend styling your hair. So when I'm moisturizing my hair, I like to use a lot of product because my 4C hair needs it, and I've realized the more product that I apply to my hair, especially the ends, the less breakage and tearing or snagging it creates. So the more lubrication you use, the better it is for your ends for sure. So I try to focus a lot on my ends when I'm applying my moisturizer. I also pull at my ends, try and remove any shed hairs before I twist my hair up, because that helps reduce breakage later on and tangling later on. So I'm not afraid to pull loose hairs out, or even cut tangles that I can't remove with my fingers. This is all about trying to maintain healthy ends and retain my growth, just trying to encourage length retention. So the style that I'm going to do is the style that I've been doing for the past, I'd say maybe 2 months or so, consistently every week. I've been laying off the synthetic braids, again, just due to trying to reduce my toxic exposure. A lot of braids have chemicals in them, etc. So I'm really just trying to wear my natural hair out a lot more, essentially. So what I do is I wear my natural hair out 6 days of the week, and then a wig 1 day of the week. I do the same style week in, week out. That's because I like to keep my hair simple. I don't like complicated hairstyles, styles that take forever and a day to install, or styles I need to redo every night. I'm not about that life. That was me 10 years ago. I don't have as much energy and time these days. So I just do a style that I keep in for the whole week or even for 2 weeks. And that's me. So for me, my style of choice is doing medium-sized twists on my hair. Mini twists or mini braids are not for my hair type. They seem to create a lot of tangles, single strand knots, etc. So medium twists are the way for me. And then what I'm showing you there is that it's really important to make sure that as you part your hair to do your twist, that the 2 sections are equal, because when I get to twisting towards the ends of my hair, if I realize that one half is thicker than the other, when it comes to taking the twist down in 2 weeks time, my hair, it just makes it more prone to tangling for some reason. So it's super important to keep the size of your 2 halves equal. That makes takedown later on so much easier, trust me. You'll see that I'm pulling a lot at the end of my twist during this video. That's what I do to ensure that the ends of my hair stay thick and not like straggly. So I pull at the ends of every twist or every section when I'm finished with it. And if there are like loose hairs or one or two strands that are longer than the others, I know that those are shed hairs and that I can just safely cut them out with my scissors. So you'll see me using my scissors a lot during this video, and also pulling at the ends of my twist just to ensure that all of my strands and ends are of equal length, because again, single strand knots, I just need to try and avoid them as much as possible because my hair type is so prone to single strand knots and tangling. So I just do whatever I can during this process to remove shed hairs, remove tangles, remove single strand knots, and ensure that my ends are as healthy as possible. And I'm not saying that, the hair all over my head is healthy. A lot of you know that I've got breakage in my crown area that I'm dealing with, that makes detangling on wash days, take a lot of time. It wastes a lot of time trying to sort out my crown area because the strands are different lengths. But for the hair in the other parts of my head, I don't have a breakage problem there. So I just try and ensure that I keep those ends healthy by getting rid of any straggly ends by using my hair scissors. You'll notice that towards the front of my hair, i.e. my recipient area, which is where I got my hair transplant, I don't do these twists in as small sections. So I make much larger twists in these sections because on Sundays, that's the day that I like to wear a wig. It's usually the day that I'm filming a YouTube video or just want to look a bit different, at home for my husband, etc. So because of that, because I've had a hair transplant, you know that I don't like applying tension to my recipient area, to my edges. That is a no-no after a hair transplant. So I wear headband wigs to avoid placing tension on my recipient area. And that's why I do much larger twists in the front section of my head, because effectively I'm just trying to stretch out the hair in that section so that the next day I can unravel those twists, pull my recipient hair back, like stretch it back, and then place my headband wig behind that hair in the front section of my head. So that's why the twists in my front section are much larger than the twists around the rest of my head. I just do that for one day, wear my headband wig, and then when the evening comes, I then split those sections into smaller sections and make those twists smaller. But I'll show you that towards the end of the video so you can see what I mean. So yeah, just continuing to twist the rest of my hair. I'm really heavy on the moisturiser on wash days because I feel like this sets the scene or sets the foundation. So I apply lots of hair products to ensure that my hair is moisturised after shampooing and deep conditioning. And I also like to wear a shower cap on wash days and the other days during the week where I apply leave-in, because I really want the product to absorb into my hair strands. I don't really like the idea of when I go to sleep all of that product just seeping into my pillowcase. Even though I use a satin pillowcase, I just want the product to remain on my head in my strands as long as possible. So I tend to sleep with a shower cap on the days that I apply leave-in or moisturiser to my hair, just to help the product absorb even further and not transfer onto my satin pillowcase. I guess you can call this video a part 2 to the 4C hair exposure therapy video that I uploaded a few weeks ago, or maybe a week or so ago. I was talking about the importance of us, just wearing our natural hair out more. It's great, it's nice to wear braids, to wear wigs every now and then, but for the most part, as I said, 6 days out of a week, I'm wearing my hair out like this so that I can see my natural texture, so that other people can see my natural hair texture, and so that it becomes normal. Our hair is not something that needs to be covered or that needs to be put away. It's just as professional and aesthetic as other hair types. So I'm starting to learn that it's worthy of being worn out. Just when our hair is relaxed and we wear our hair out 24/7, or other cultures, they wear their hair out every day of the week and it isn't a big thing for them. So I'm also trying to wear my natural hair out a lot more. As you can see, I'm aware that this style isn't for everyone. I do this style because it's simple, it's quick, and it's low manipulation. It's something that gets me through the week, that still looks presentable, and looks after my hair in the process. So I know that I'm not doing anything special to my hair. My hair is very normal, there's nothing like extraordinary about it, but also to start sharing how it looks as it starts to grow out. Because how often do we see hair types like this that are truly 4C hair? Oftentimes we see a lot of hair gurus that have type 4B textures, but not necessarily true 4C hair textures like mine. So that's why I thought it's beneficial for me to come on and share my 4C hair and just show how I wear it day to day and what I'm doing to try and look after it and help it grow out to longer lengths. I think if you have 4C hair, it is really important for you to find a hairstyle that works for you, i.e. that doesn't take too much time, that doesn't require too many different types of products, that is quite simple for you to install and then for you to maintain during the week without having to have your hands in your hair every single night or every single morning redoing the hairstyle, because our hair doesn't like a lot of manipulation. When I was natural about 10 years ago, I used to retwist my hair every single night before going to bed, and then undo those twists in the morning and then wear it in like a twist out puff every day. And although that looked nice, it was just so much manipulation, and over time I did feel like the crown area started to suffer because of that. So when we have hair textures like ours, I think it is important that we try and find hairstyles that are as low manipulation as possible, that we just install once at the beginning of the week, and then we wear that hairstyle through to the end of the week or for 2 weeks, for example. That doesn't require us to be redoing and undoing and redoing our hair non-stop during the week. So for me, medium-sized twists are the way to go. For you, it may be braids, mini braids, or mini twists. Do whatever style and size works for you, but it's just one thing that I've noticed. A lot of hair care influencers that do have long type 4 hair, they tend to wear styles that they install once and that they wear for weeks at a time, whether that's mini twists or medium-sized twists or whatever it is. They don't tend to be in their hair every single day, redoing it, retwisting it, replaiting it, repin curling it, re-bantu knotting it, whatever. They tend to do one style, wear that for an extended period of time, and then redo it, rewash it, etc., and then just recycle that process. So that's what my intent is as well. I wear these twists for 2 weeks, moisturize it every few days, like every 3 days, and then only take the twists out 2 weeks later when I do a full wash day. So far it seems to have been working well for me. I'm able to wear my hair with confidence during the week, when I go to work, when I'm on Zoom calls, when I'm just like going around, doing regular day-to-day activities. And then only on Sundays really do I, decide to switch things up and wear a wig just to change things up really. And that's why I like to keep my recipient area sectioned off or separate, so that I can easily create that section of my hair that I use to cover the headband wig. So for me, recently I've just been all about trying to become more confident wearing my natural type 4 hair, and just trying to teach myself that it is beautiful in all of its uniqueness, and that what it really requires is low manipulation, lots of moisture, and just doing styles that work for it, that doesn't try and force it to appear as a different curl texture. I'm just simply embracing my natural hair as it is. My crown section is a bit of a problem area. It does tangle up a lot. I think it's partly because the texture of my hair there is different. I've noticed that it's more wiry. It's not as quote unquote soft as the hair in the other parts of my hair. So my crown section is an issue around the top of my head. I've noticed that. I think that's partly why it's breaking and not as thick as the rest of my hair, and why it tangles up a lot more as well. The crown section is what makes my wash days take long. honestly. Every other part of my hair is fine, detangles quickly and doesn't really tangle up in the first place. But when I get to my crown, the top of my head, it is a bit difficult. So I'm still trying to work out what I'm going to do long term with it, whether I'm going to like try and cut it gradually, so that gradually all of the hairs in that section become one length and just make it a lot easier to look after. So I will just continue having to think about it and seeing how things go. Yes, I am finished twisting my hair now. Nice and quick, took me 40 minutes or so. So what I'm going to show you now is how I wear my hair the next day. So as I said, once a week I like to wear a wig. So I use my recipient area sectioned off, which I put in those larger twists just to stretch that hair out. And I use the hair at the front to cover my headband wig. I just use some gel, pin the hair back, and then I just apply my wig of choice. I love wearing wigs that have textured curl types these days. On other days where I'm wearing straight wigs, it's all about textured curls, whether it's type 3 or type 4. So yeah, once a week I wear a headband wig to just change things up and also to protect my recipient area in the process, not applying any tension to my hairline at all. And then from Monday to Saturday, I'm back to wearing my natural hair. So I just separate the recipient area into smaller sections, twist that up, and then just wear it like that, as you can see. So yeah, so that is how I wear my hair in a nutshell. For me, the simpler the better. This is what works for me. Let me know what works for you. I'll be interested to hear how you wear your type 4 hair usually. Thank you for watching, and I will speak to you in the next one.